Hello to all my wonderful subscribers, devout disciples, students, and viewers. Welcome. This is your Master GongSun. So, congratulations, we've made it. This is actually the very last topic of the first part of the Taoist meditation anthology, the Cultivation of Realization, compiled and translated by Thomas Cleary. And I end with this. We end with balance, and you'll soon see why it is a particularly apt and appropriate to end with something at the concept as important as balance. Okay, let us begin. What the ancient sages transmitted was just one thing: balance. Not being balanced, not being prejudiced, or rather, not being biased, not being prejudiced. This is a substance of balance. Not going too far, not falling short. This is the function of balance. Isn't that so true? Because that's what Taoism is all about, right? You gotta go with the flow. Don't go to the extreme of either side. Because, for example, if it's too hot, well, then you'll just sweat. If it's too cold, you'll freeze, right? We need a balance. We need a midpoint. We need a lack of excess, right? The ancient sage Yao said, hold sincerity to this balance. Holding to balance refers to both action and quiet. When you're quiet, you hold to this balance by conscious presence of mind. When you're active, you hold to this balance by adapting to events. Sincerely just means trusting. It has a sense of spontaneously keeping balance at all times, whatever happens, without the slightest effort or interruption. Well, that's a very good definition, right? You got to hold on to balance, both in terms of your action and by being quiet, right? When you're quiet, you have presence of mind. The ancient sage Shun said, be focused, be unified. And why do we do that? People must have focused insight and unified discipline before they can keep balance. Oh, that makes sense. So we end by this. Li Qing'an said the balance of, or rather, the center of balance is a point where thoughts do not arise. The Yi Jing, remember the Book of Changes, says sages use this to clean their minds, retreating into inaccessibility. Yeah, so that's the ultimate of what we're looking for, right? When there actually is no thought. That's hard to do. I mean, when I teach meditation, I tell my students, you got to focus on just one thing. Don't allow your monkey brain to take over. Do not leap from one irrelevant thought to the next irrelevant thought, right? At least if your mind has a wander, at least make it wander to thinking the same topic or something relevant, something similar. For example, let's say that I want to think about, I don't know. I used to be a huge Disney fan, actually. The Disney movie Beauty and the Beast, right? Think about that and nothing else, right? Think about, the candle, right? The little animated candle, Lemire, right? Or Belle, or the Beast, right? But don't think about the Lion King, right? Even though that's still Disney, it's not the same movie. Anyway, balance is important. Once you have balance, you can control your thoughts. You know how not to react, and you can clean your mind, right? And hopefully, you won't have too many thoughts at that time. This has been your Master GongSun. Next time, we will discuss the next part of the Taoist Meditation Anthology. Thank you for staying with me thus far. Have a very good session meditating. And as usual, keep living in alignment with the Tao.